something since the Lord touched me. You know, being in control of your members. Remember, rebellion is through witchcraft. It means you're coming under some kind of power, an uncontrollable power, maybe even of your own. Because here's the way I want to say it. If you have bottled up anger, what are you going to do with it? Who is it destroying? And this is why the Lord says, you know, you can't control other people's vessels, their anger or their hostility or their behavior, you know. But you don't. But that's why the Lord says, don't come under the power of no man. You can't react. You know, you can't give them that power. That's why I tell people sometimes your power simply might be saying no, walking away, you know, denying yourself. Like you don't want to respond to that kind of abusive behavior. And that doesn't mean you're better than anybody or you hate anybody. You can hate their behavior, just like a mother would a child. If you're throwing a temper tantrum on the floor, the mother's not going to like that behavior. It doesn't mean you're mean. Love warns, love protects, love changes one's outlet. Just like a mother would tell a child, hey, don't do that. That's inappropriate. Don't act that way. We as adults should be doing that to one another, not destroying one another. And that's why I always say I'm not going to let anything anchor me. Because every soul is accountable for their own behavior. I might not be able to control. Like, you ever seen somebody in a car in a fit of rage? Like, just screaming and hollering back behind you, and there's nothing you can do or they can do. You can't move forward if you're at a stop sign or stuck in traffic. So they're sitting behind you in a fit inside their own vehicle. What are they going to do with that? I can't even imagine the inner turmoil that goes on in a person who can't control their members. That's their behavior, their feelings, their mind. That's why it says the desires of a man's heart. If you have emotional apathy, which can it has anger, rage, hostility. That's why it works to never be angry with a wicked person. Why would you be angry or envious or jealous of somebody who can't control their emotions? The Lord will tell you, come out from among them. There's just certain people. Now, I could say Jesus, that was sinners. He didn't sin with them. You know, just like me, I'm not going to admit the evil out of the world, but I'm walking in the will of God. That's what I'm accountable for. I'm accountable for my well-being. I'll pray for anybody. I don't go around plotting or planning the demise. You look at it this way: an angry, wicked person is just plotting their own demise. You don't have to do it for them. Somebody who's in rebellion or aggression or resentment or anger, that's like Judas, betrayal. He's been on a betrayal state of existence. You don't have to wound those people. They're in their own wounds. This is what the Lord means by removal of the stony heart. But that comes through healing, where you just don't let things affect you like you used to. Like, you know, when I have problems now, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get mad about it. What is anger going to do for me? Have you ever tried to get something accomplished in your anger? In your anger, do you have resentment in your heart? You know, it affects your everything. It affects your decisions. You get clumsy. You get careless. You get mindless. You become a toxin to your own well-being, to the choices you make, the moves you make. And it's not about being better than anybody. It's about being better than you. This is the refiner's fire. Like the Lord told me, don't think something strange is occurring when I put this very trial on you. Because that's when He refines your character. When you decide to sit with yourself and examine and judge yourself and say, wait a minute, I know this isn't working for me. I know these behaviors got to go. And then when you start correcting your own self, examine and judge yourself, the, 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 the ones that you overlook, the behaviors in other people that you overlook will no longer, because through healing, you're going to notice when people hit your spirit wrong. You're not hardened like they are. That's why I tell you the Ahab and the Jezebel spirit were yoked together, because they're kind of operating out of apathy or rebellion. And they'll only be able to withstand each other. This is why I tell you the ungodly soul ties I have are broken off. And I would never date anybody ever again. But if I fathomed that reality, it wouldn't be someone who's in sin or uses profanity or talks perverse in front of a lady. That would be troubled waters for me. But I know I'll never be with anybody ever again, and that's a choice I've made. The choice I've made, and I'm standing firm on that decision. It doesn't matter who's in this world. I like being alone. And, you know, before I came to this cross, I didn't think I had that kind of power in me. But the Lord gave me that power. He strengthened me. most of the prophets. With much wisdom comes great sorrow. It's not a depression, it's a mourning for other people when they don't realize their power over this kingdom or over themselves. We all have the power over our darkness that's within. All of us.